Hey, what's up everybody? This video is going to be about 5 things I love about Airdrie and 5 things I hate about Airdrie. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to talk about 5 topics, the pros and the cons, the love and the hate, and then one right down the middle. Let's go. So the number one thing I love about Airdrie is the homes are cheaper here. That's right, homes in Airdrie are generally lower priced than homes in Calgary. It's crazy, right? Airdrie has so much to offer, such a great place to live, and cheaper too. The benchmark price for a home in Calgary is in the low 600s, while the benchmark price for a home in Airdrie is just over $500,000. These will vary a bit depending on exactly what you're looking for, but generally, homes in Airdrie are less expensive. Awesome. So what is the con? So here's the thing I hate about Airdrie, the commute. So Airdrie is just outside the city of Calgary, and so if you're going to work in Calgary, you're going to have to drive a little extra every day, or you're going to have to access public transit. Now, worst of all, sometimes you're going to have to do this in cold winter conditions. Now, it's true that most people that live in the bigger city also have a commute. So how much worse is the commute from Airdrie? Well, this depends somewhat on where you're commuting to. I did have one client who was looking for a home in northwest Calgary and going to be commuting to the main northeast Calgary police station, about a 19-minute commute. I ended up finding them a home in Airdrie with only a 21-minute commute. Depending on where you're going to be working, it could be longer. Airdrie to the downtown core, in good conditions, is about 20 minutes or so. Now, from the Airdrie city limits to the Calgary city limits is only about a 9-minute drive. I just filmed this, so watch this channel for that video coming up. Now, the freeway from Airdrie to Calgary is a 6-lane divided freeway, and it's usually pretty well maintained. There are only 3 main entrances and exits, north and southbound, in Airdrie. And during the commuting times, like rush hours, morning and evening, these can be pretty congested. Currently, a major overpass and interchange is under construction at 40th Avenue in South Airdrie, and this should be in service by October of 2023, and this will make a massive difference in traffic flow. Now, Airdrie does have a robust transit system, including ICE, the Intercity Express, that runs from Airdrie to Calgary and Calgary to Airdrie, with stops in between at the major shopping districts of Cross Iron Mills. Yes, the commuting times from Airdrie to Calgary may be a little bit longer, but with the lower cost of housing and the many other advantages of living in Airdrie, has many new people every year calling Airdrie home. Okay, the number 2 thing that I just love about Airdrie is incredibly family friendly. It seems like the entire layout, events, services are all planned for family enjoyment. Airdrie has a ton of great parks like Nose Creek Park, a large park right in the center of Airdrie. Every year around Christmas time, it's the host of the Airdrie Festival of Lights, and this is a destination many people from the towns and cities around, even Calgary, drive out to enjoy the Festival of Lights. We have East Lake Park, yes, even a small lake. We also have the massive Chinook Winds Park. This is home to a splash park, a really great skate park, ball diamonds, really big park. This is also home to the really fun Canada Day celebrations, citywide celebrations every year on Canada Day here in Airdrie. And the calendar here is full of many festivals throughout the year. Airdrie Children's Festival, Airdrie Fest, and even the 2-day event in the summertime centered around Canada Day, the Airdrie Pro Rodeo. Okay, so what's the con for this family-friendly community? Airdrie has a pretty limited nightlife. There is a pretty decent selection of great pubs and bars, but not much here for the party crowd. Places like the Canadian Brew House or the Wildcard Shack can be pretty rockin', I understand, but there's really not anything here in the way of dance clubs or things like that. Now, if you're into that, Calgary has a plethora of clubs and nightlife, but you'll have to plan for a ride home or take a long Uber ride. Now, for those of you that don't know me yet, my name is Glenn Heslop, your Airdrie Realtor with eXp Realty, and I've lived here in the area for over 30 years. Now, if this is your first time here, this is your channel for everything you want to know about living in Airdrie. I'm doing tons of videos about everything you need to know. So make sure you tap that subscribe button and click that little bell so you're notified every time I make a new video. We have tons and tons of people here moving every month from all over the country. I absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about moving here or relocating, you can reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, fire me an email, or even dispatch that carrier pigeon. However you want to reach out to me, I've got your back when moving to Airdrie. Okay, number 3. The number 3 thing I absolutely love about Airdrie is everything is so close together. The time it'll take to drive from one end of the city to the other end of the city is pretty much about 10 minutes. And I was playing with Google Maps and I had trouble finding a drive that was more than 12. A drive like that in Calgary would be like 45 minutes plus. As Airdrie has grown, most services are right here in town or nearby 10 minutes away at the Cross Iron Mills Mall area. So living in Airdrie, you're much more likely to spend far less time driving around doing errands than you would if you lived in Calgary. So what do I hate about this at Airdrie? Well, Airdrie is split in two, into East Airdrie and West Airdrie. It's bisected by the North-South Freeway, the Queen Elizabeth II, or the number 2 highway that runs from Calgary to Edmonton. This means when driving from West Airdrie to East Airdrie, you're either going to have to drive to the far north end of the city for an overpass, or to the far south end of the city for an underpass, and both of these can be kind of congested, especially at the morning and evening commute. Now, there is a new overpass being built, a whole interchange on the far south end of Airdrie, 40th Avenue, that'll take a massive pressure off those 2 points. Okay, number 4. The number 4 thing that I love about Airdrie is food. I love good food. Now, if you like beer, there's a growing microbrew culture here. There are now 4 microbreweries here in Airdrie, and I think Fitzsimmons was the first one to be built. A great little spot. And another interesting one, it was Balzac Brewery. This guy used to brew beer in his garage, and it just become a growing passion, and he ended up opening a brewery here in Airdrie. And the other 2, Atlas Brewery, it's a cool spot in the southeast, and nearby is the 948 Brewery. It's called 948 because phone numbers in Airdrie would traditionally used to start with 948. You can now enjoy world-class barbecue at the Main Street Beer and Barbecue. It's just fantastic food. There's an amazing handcrafted breakfast food at Jams in Southeast Airdrie. Little tiny place, really good. Korean fried chicken, try Yum Yums. There are several great options for authentic Indian food. Mediterranean, try Moody's. You won't be disappointed. And there are quite a few others. During the summer months, the Airdrie Farmers Market, I believe it's once a month, hosts a food truck frenzy, and there's all kinds of food trucks from all around the area. Sounds good, right? So what's the con? Well, the con is that although we do have some fantastic options, it is still a smaller city, and the options are limited. Still haven't found good Chinese food here. Tacos neither, but I'm still looking. And that is a little disappointing. This is the one thing I don't like about Airdrie. The options, especially for the more exotic tastes, are a little limited. Now, the food scene here has grown way better than when I moved here 20-some years ago, and it's more popping up all the time. It's getting better. Also, Calgary is 20-30 minutes away. I'm pretty sure you can find whatever makes your palate dance there. All right, number 5 thing. Number 5 thing I love about Airdrie is its proximity to the great outdoors and the many amazing outdoor activities. If you love the mountains and the mountain parks, Canmore is about an hour and 10 minutes away. Banff is about an hour and 30 minutes away, and you don't even have to go through Calgary to get there. Hey, you can see the mountains from Airdrie. These places attract visitors not only from across Canada, but from all around the world. They're right out your back door. Close by, you have opportunities for hiking, fishing, canoeing, sailing, horseback riding, you name it. And don't get me started about all the curvy motorcycle roads. Awesome. That sounds amazing, right? So what's the downside? Well, the number 5 thing I hate about Airdrie is winter. Now, Airdrie is not only the highest elevation city in Canada, but it's right near the mountains and it's wide open. Those winter storms can blow like an Arctic hurricane. Brr. Here's what I found. Get out and be active. Winter hiking, snow skiing, snowboarding, world class just out your back door here. And Airdrie is littered with outdoor hockey rinks. It'll make winter way more fun. Some avid skiers actually look forward to the winter months. And I've been skiing since I was 5 years old. Still not there yet. Otherwise, you can get your exercise by taking your long walks inside the nice, warm Cross Iron Mills Mall just 10 minutes away. Okay, now here's one that could go right down the middle. It could be a pro or a con. Property taxes. Now, property taxes in Airdrie, the mill rate for property taxes, is higher than Calgary. And that kind of makes sense, right? The big city will have some advantages to scale when providing city services. However, the home prices in Airdrie are lower, and the property taxes you pay are actually the property assessed value times the mill rate. So a higher mill rate, but a lower property value, it's probably about a wash. It may actually end up being an advantage for Airdrie. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm a local realtor who's lived in the area for 20 odd years, and I know just about every nook and cranny in Airdrie area, and I'm shooting tons of videos all about what it's like to live in Airdrie neighborhoods, the pros, the cons, and just everything you're going to want to know if you're considering relocating to Airdrie. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and click that little notification bell, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new video. And I'd love to see your comments below. I know we get all kinds of different comments, and that's cool, but I'd like to see positive, negative, what your thoughts are about living in Airdrie. Like I said, I'm a local realtor here, so shoot me a message, call, text, email, carrier pigeon. reach out to me however you want to, and I'll be happy to help. My contact information is in the description down below. Until the next video, I'll see you around. Oh, hey, watch or look for this next video on the commute to Calgary.